So now, regarding this issue, we're going to go to a fatwa, or some of the fatawa, of Sheikh Saleh ibn Ali bin Ghussoon, rahmatullah alayhi rahmatul wasi'ah, and he was one of the major scholars on the committee of the major scholars here in Saudi Arabia, and the Mufti and Sheikh Saleh bin Fawzan. They wrote an introduction to his compilation of his fatawa, which is fantastic. And I found the issue a little bit more specific in his book. So one of the questions was asked: how tajib ala mu'minin ala ma'mumin fi salatil qiyam la. This is another issue. He said, "Aswal بعض الأئمة في صلاة جاهرية." He said some of the imams for the prayer in which the imam reads aloud in Maghrib and Isha, they do not wait after reading Surah Al-Fatiha, having that pause. And this causes a difficulty on the ma'mum, the people who are praying for reading Fatiha. So this is specifically related to your issue. Is it permissible to read the Fatiha with the imam? He said, لا يلزم الإمام أن ينتظر بعد الفراغ من قراءة الفاتحة حتى يقرأ المأمون الفاتحة. He said it's not an obligation first upon the imam to wait. Okay, your issue is that the imams are reading fast, but the hukum, it is basically the same ruling, the same surah, pretty close in the mas'ala. So he said it's not an obligation on the imam to wait. He said لكنه إذا انتظر قليلا وقرأ المأموم فاتحة هذا طيب للجميع. He said, but if the imam waits a little bit and he allows the followers in the prayer to read Fatiha, then this is great for everyone. لكن الإمام الذي لا ينتظر لا يعتبر أنه خالف السنة. The imam that doesn't wait, however, he is not going against the sunnah. لأدلة كثيرة سبق بيانه. So we're not going to go into all the evidences or any of the evidences because he did it in other fatawa. So he said, and this is in accordance with a lot of evidence that preceded, and some of those evidences are the evidences that we gave in the last video. والذي يظهر لي أن في صلاة الجهرية وظيفة المأموم الاستماع إلا في سكات الإمام. He said, and what is apparent to me, my view, and this is one of the major scholars, and we already told you that the Salaf, most of the Salaf, and Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, and how many other, and the madahib, arba madahib, pretty much hold the view that although it's a rukn, that it is not in the Jahriyah, that they do not have to read the Fatiha. So he says, أن في صلاة الجهرية وظيفة المأمون, that the people following in the prayer, that they should just listen unless the imam gives them the time, meaning the imam does pause. If the imam pauses, then they should read Fatiha. And then he says, and as for the Salat al-Sirriya, which is the silent prayers, of course, then the ma'mum should never leave off reading Fatiha. And we gave some of the adillah in the last video pertinent to that. That's in general what he said, and I don't think we need to go into a lot of the other things. And this fatwa was posed to him in several different ways. But the bottom line is that if you don't have time to read the Fatiha, as majority, jamhur of the ulama say, that it is not upon you. So there's no problem, follow the imam. Also the adillah that the Prophet ﷺ said that the imam was made to be followed, or something like this, or kama qala Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So letting us know that you have to follow the imam. Even if you didn't complete Fatiha, you should follow the imam. If he didn't give you a chance and he reads fast, maybe you need to speed up your reading a little bit to try to be in the middle, and hopefully, especially if you're praying in a masjid, which that is the way that they pray. So follow the Imam. That's in accordance with the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, and according to the Hadith I mentioned, even though I didn't mention its exact alfaz, its exact left. And I hope that's beneficial for you. Another point is, as I said, usually I don't do this and look at people's videos that they send me and stuff like this. I usually don't have time, but it became a very nice issue. As far as Sheikh Khalid Musleh, he is a sheikh in Qasim. He is well known, and I think he comes to the UK, and I think comes to the Salafi communities there. Some of them have their own view with regards to him, but he's well known. He's a professor in, I think, Sharia studies in Qasim University, which is, and also I believe he's the son-in-law of Sheikh bin Uthaymeen, and he's one of the major students of bin Uthaymeen. So he's well known. He's a well-known sheikh, and you can benefit from him. And that is what I know and I can share, and we ask Allah the Almighty to accept our good and forgive our evil. Anything I said that was correct, anything I said that was incorrect was from myself and the shaitan. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.